Dude,
testing.
just start. I swear to God.
All right. We're going to jump right into my butthole story.
Okay.
Podcast. Hey, guys. Okay, welcome to our first podcast. My name's Eric.
Stefan here.
I'm Will.
I'm Nick.
He said Stefan, by the way. He said it really fast.
Yeah.
Eric, you had a story to tell, didn't you?
We're going to jump right into my butthole story. So
Yes, he did say butthole.
Dude, that's how you get people to stay.
Okay.
Mention the butthole.
So this all started last year. Actually, it started before last year. I'll retell it. So, I had this lump. It's called a pilonidal cyst, if you don't know. I mean, because you don't know, because I'm not telling you yet. So, it's this lump that you have underneath your tailbone, kind of on your upper butt crack.
Tell him.
And it just kind of sits there, and it's kind of golf ball shaped. Sometimes it's different. Mine was kind of shaped like a valley, like a little V. But it kind of moved around. And I would tell my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't know what this is. And she's like, it's probably just your tailbone. And Will's dying.
Wait, so is it hard or is it squishy?
It's kind of soft. I'll tell you what it is as well at the end.
Do you have it like in a medicine thing, like a jar, or is it
do I keep it? No.
He asked if he kept it like a souvenir.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What? Like your tonsils or something like that? Or your wisdom teeth? Like, oh, I got to buy it in a jar. I got my
every time I
cyst.
bring someone over, you guys gotta see this.
Dude, look at my cyst in a jar.
Let's give my upper butt crack.
So,
with golf ball.
so last summer, like August, it was August. So I went to the doctor, and this lady was like, yeah, that's a pilonidal cyst. We can try to take that out for you. I was like, please do. And so they sat me down on the bed. I was like half naked, and my butt was showing. I was on the bed. I was laying on my side, and
You felt something in your ass?
no, she gave me.
Like, what is it?
That's when the alien came out. But she gave me like shots around my butt crack, so I couldn't feel it.
Yeah.
And she just cut it open with a scalpel, and she was pulling hair and all kinds of. She was pulling hair and blood out, and the reason I went is because my mom told me I didn't need to go to the doctor because she thought it was just like my tailbone and you're overreacting or something. But it abscessed one day, and I was just wetting my pants, and I was like, well, I don't know what that is. And so I checked it, and it wasn't poop, because I didn't shart. And I checked it, and it was just nothing. It smelled like nothing, so I like bodily fluids.
Was it like semen, or?
No.
It obviously was semen. It obviously was not semen.
It was just like pus and like body water, I don't know. So that's what, it abscessed and just popped, and it was like draining, so we went to the hospital. And she's like, yeah, we can fix that. So she gave me my shots. She cut it open, and she started pulling, like, hair out and things. And what at first we thought it was just ingrown hairs that didn't grow out that started this kind of, like, just, like, pussy cyst thing. So she was telling us about pilonidal cysts, and actually I found this out later. But apparently what a pilonidal cyst is it's a bunch of cells inside of your body that, like, so when you're born, like, cells have been, like, I guess, like, assigned a job or something, like, oh, I'm going to be fingernails, or I'm going to be, like, I don't know, eyelashes and what you're going to be on your body.
Butthole.
And they just want, butthole cells. And it was just a big lump of cells that hadn't been, like, don't have anywhere to go. So they just start producing whatever they want. So my cells, in my case, they were just hair, so they just like, well, it's time to make hair. So they just started making hair down there, and so she was pulling out, the doctor was pulling out lots of hair. It was a she, by the way. And she was
attractive?
It's not.
Like, did you get aroused, or?
No, she was like 50.
Not even a little bit?
What did you say?
Not even like a little bit.
Do you think she was like good looking back in her day?
No, I didn't.
Like, so to say.
Looking back, no. I just imagine a doctor. But not
down.
Okay, but anyway.
Shots fired.
So she was saying that in some cases, it's like not hair, like teeth can start growing down there. You can start having teeth.
What about money?
In your butthole. Money?
No, it doesn't grow on.
Money's not made of cells, you
come on,
bitch.
fucking idiot.
That'd be like the best job ever, just pulling money literally out of your ass.
Well, that'd be cool. But, so I was lucky it wasn't teeth down there, so I guess that happens. But it was just hair.
It's always a perk.
And so she do it, and then I had to, like, stuff it with gauze every day. Like, stuff my hole with gauze.
His second butthole referred to it as.
Which hole?
Yeah, my main butthole has nothing to do with this, by the way. It's just kind of there, and it's not. It's just kind of
like a side
sharing its room with my second butthole. It's not actually a second butthole. It's just a hole in my body.
A neighbor.
Wait, so I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Yours
go
was hair. If you said they could be teeth,
Yeah.
would they react any differently? Like if you sat down, would you like?
I'd probably feel teeth in my...
Wow.
Yeah. But it was just hair, so it kind of just
I mean,
didn't
like,
feel anything.
okay, so if you had an eye grow down there or something like that,
Yeah.
like, what would your vision be like?
I don't know.
Well, unless there was actually like cords connecting to your brain, you couldn't process the
Yeah.
image.
I know.
So to say there was. Like, what would your vision be like? Like,
Depends on what clothes you're
I
wearing.
don't know. Like,
Yeah, wait, if you had like fingers going in there,
Step
then
in
you
for
would
the
like
get the
literally have
cold
fingers
hard
in your
facts.
ass. Like you would have a finger. Like, you know
posing
what I
the
mean?
important questions over here,
yeah.
Stefan.
Say you have
Yeah.
a pair of jeans on, you're not going to see anything.
Depends on the clothes you're wearing.
He's not
I
wrong.
wonder what sex would be
Yeah,
like.
he isn't wrong.
With what? If you had
Never
like
mind.
if you had like a dick going out of there,
It's
then you'd have dick butt.
some great porn angles, just like.
Ass to ass.
Oh, man. And then I had to stuff it with gauze for a while, and then it was fine for a while, and then it's a whole year later, and I just had surgery. And so basically what they do is they just cut me open again, and they took all of it out, and now half my butthole is stitched together. So it kind of hurts to sit, but I mean, that's the story of my butthole.
I got like a
Second
Frankenstein ass.
My second, yeah. My butthole is fine. Pooping is fine. Everything's fine. I'm stitching up. They're taking my stitches out in a couple weeks. And why should you guys care? I don't know, but that's the story of my second butthole, so share it.
It's a unique story.
Yeah.
It is a unique story. It's a story I'm going to be able to tell for a
I'll
while.
tell my children and my grandchildren.
Like, you guys, I had this one friend.
Two buttholes.
Guess what happened to his butthole?
2 buttholes, 1 soda.
It's like a movie trailer. It's like, one man, 2 buttholes.
Number 1 movie of the year. Bad. 2 buttholes.
For 3 straight running weeks. Number 1 movie in America. This family comedy.
What would you do in that movie?
Just
Would you be like an everyday guy?
Or just a guy
Everyday
trying to
guy.
sit and he can't find like a comfortable sitting position.
And you're like, man, I really want to like play Xbox. Hope there's not teeth in my asshole.
Just first world problems.
Hope we go check this out. Hope it's hair.
Yeah, pooping I was worried that it would tear for a while.
Yeah.
I got kind of scared.
Was it one long hair that were pulling out, or was it like
It was just a bunch of little... I have pictures if you
Oh
want
no,
to
it's
see
okay.
them. Okay.
Don't need images.
Yeah.
That also makes
You've
great
seen
for an
them
audio
before.
podcast.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, audio... Yeah. Just, Stefan, you got any topics you want to bring up?
I actually have a story to tell also.
Okay.
Can't really top the good butthole story.
no,
It's the second
unexpected.
one.
Butthole.
No,
It's hard
okay,
to
no,
top.
okay.
Yeah.
Unless you have 3.
But it's also interesting. I was
Always second best.
I was in Greece earlier in summer. I traveled all around
Brag about it.
the country
Cool.
and the islands.
Where's my water cup?
But I wasn't the only one actually in Europe. Will over here.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you tell your European
Okay, great story.
vacation?
Okay, that was just a segue. I know it was. Okay, so I was in Europe and I traveled to. I have family down in Bath.
Where's that?
Bath, England.
Bath,
Is that next to
Bath,
shower?
England.
Oh, okay.
Are they always clean?
That's the worst. Yeah, so I have really British grandparents. Like on the scale of like 1 to 10 are
British.
British. They're probably like a 9.5.
Like, do they know the queen or?
Wow, they're not even a
Yeah,
10?
no, they're like super tight with the Queen. Yeah, but
Queen's
so
not tight.
the thing is that my grandparents, they like function in a really, really weird way where my grandmother literally like tells my grandfather like everything, like what he likes, like what he does, like what he doesn't like, and pretty much everything. Like he'll be like at a restaurant and he was like, their names are Mary and Barry, and he's like, oh, Mary, I think I want this. And she's like, no, Barry, you don't want that.
So someone say he's whipped, isn't he?
Yeah,
Is that-
basically,
okay.
basically he's whipped.
Okay.
But he's perfectly okay with it because she'll be like, oh, Barry, you don't want that. And he's like, oh, yes, you're probably right, Mary, I probably don't. He's just
Like,
like,
it sounds like we have a little matriarch situation
Yeah.
going in the family.
yeah, matriarch between 2 people. Yeah, but that's the way that they function. So when they went to Italy with us, okay, so we went to we hit up a bunch of different places, not with my grandparents, but we like went to Turkey, we went to Switzerland, Austria, But like, okay, so the last place we went to was Italy, and my grandparents met us there because they took like a plane flight over there.
Would you guys take the train?
We took a train.
The sleepers?
Yeah, we took a train, but that was all right. But what they decided to do is they decided to take a plane and then take a bus, like a 4-hour bus ride to Italy, and because it was cheaper.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's just 4 hours.
Yeah, but it was like you needed to get off buses, get back on buses, and it was in Italy, and there was like, its language barriers are tough.
Yeah,
It's also
I found that on road
Marion
trips,
Barry talking
once
about.
you're already on the road for like 2 or 3 hours, and you're going from place to place. Like I was college touring with my mom, and we were traveling like 3 hours in the car and then going more. Once you're already used to it for a few hours, you're just like, okay, we're just gonna sit in the car, and it doesn't feel really annoying to have to wait in the car. It's like whatever.
Well, it's also like, say for example, you're going, on a 5-hour car ride there. It almost seems like the car ride back is like twice as fast because you have different
Yeah,
stuff
I know
to
what you
talk
mean.
about.
Yeah.
Like it's not anticipation. You're just like kind of like
Yeah, car rides
Yeah.
aren't as bad as they're made out to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we were in Italy, we like stayed at this place called Lake Como. It was like super nice, but we like rented someplace. We rented someplace there, and we rented a boat, like a small boat, while we were there.
But you
and-
busted your leg, didn't you?
What?
You busted
Yeah,
your leg or something.
that's what I'm getting into. And so I don't think I'm great at boats.
No, I mean, yeah,
I'm good at boat.
you're missing a part of you. It's out in the water somewhere, isn't it?
It's yeah. No, we're not talking about the same story.
Yeah, I mean, you said you brought up boats. And
I did bring up boats.
Think about when you smashed your face.
I don't know which story I should tell first. Should I? Okay. Flashback. So there was a time where I was I was in the Virgin Islands, and we were in some waterous area. I don't think that's a word.
It's a word now.
But
It's a word.
get it started 2014.
Waters.
We were doing things like water skiing and wakeboarding and
Jumping off boat to boat.
Yeah. And so I was naturally wakeboarding, and so you fall, obviously that's going to happen eventually, and then
no.
the boat
Only if you're clumsy. Only if you're
so I fell off the boat, and not off the boat, off the ski, and I bit into the rope.
you're
I
water
literally
skiing?
bit into the rope.
There's wakeboarding.
Wakeboarding.
Oh, okay.
I bit into the rope
Yeah. You
by
had your
accident,
mouth
underwater.
open? Did you have your mouth open?
Like I kind of fell. I don't know if I had my mouth open on purpose or not, but I just fell. Okay, I don't know what was happening.
Probably
I was
opened
like,
up in
I
your
was like,
mouth?
oh, my mouth was open or something, and then I basically bit down on the rope, and then you know how it's like when a boat slows down and then it speeds up again to turn around
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
get
exactly.
you.
slack,
Yeah.
the slack.
Yeah, the slack.
Looks around.
When I was biting onto the rope, which was not on purpose, it like took my tooth when the like slack like gave in again, and like literally like it flew out. Like I could see the tooth flying in the air. Like I could see it.
And you got it. Did
No.
you get it?
No, because
Oh, man,
I
that's
don't
lost
know. I
forever.
couldn't find it.
Did you look?
Yeah, I looked, but also it's like my tooth fell out. The first thing that I'm not going to do is look for my tooth, even though I know that you can put back in your tooth like afterwards.
No, you don't want to do that.
But you apparently don't want
You
to.
want to put it in milk.
Yeah. Oh, really? Why is that?
It's like calcium in the milk helps keep the tooth alive.
You know where else
Oh, really?
teeth come from?
I've never heard about that.
I think
Buttholes.
cyst, right? Yeah, like
Shut up.
upper ass crack. Is that what it is?
That would.
Yeah, upper ass. Exactly.
It would be an advantage if you had like I don't know, like teeth in your butt.
Yeah,
and then
so-
you lost a couple.
Yeah. So if you were Eric, but instead of hair, you had teeth in your butt, and you like took a tooth out, would the doctor put another tooth in, or would you do that?
Like,
I don't
take
know.
one
Like
out your
if you,
butt and
if
then-
you lose your
It's like a tooth reserve.
if
That's
you lose
what
your
happens.
if you lose your adult tooth, like can you tell your adult teeth?
Yeah. Could you harvest from like one from your
Although-
ass?
You
although-
could donate them.
Do I don't know. This may be untrue, but is it? I don't know. Maybe you guys know, but when teeth come in, are they already shaped like that, or do they shape around your other tooth? That's
No,
how
they're
you
already
get the
shaped.
shape.
I think they're already
shaped
shaped
like
like
that.
that.
Okay, because I was gonna say, is it just like a massive like teeth?
If they shaped
Teeth
around your other
entity.
teeth, then why would we need braces?
Well, I mean, like I don't know. Like, are they already shaped?
Okay, you're dumb.
Thanks.
Yeah, if you were a hockey player though, I think it'd be an advantage to have that cyst. Like have teeth, and you're like, oh, like someone punches you and then you like lose a tooth, you just take one out of your ass and then like put it in your mouth.
I don't know, because
Well, I mean, generally,
You gotta get the right shape though.
yeah, but I feel like hockey players almost don't want to have teeth because they get that like,
Yeah.
you know, they look fucking awesome if they don't have teeth. But
True that.
You'll just look like a redneck if you don't
say
have
you're
teeth.
Canadian, they'll be like, oh, okay.
Oh, I'm Canadian. And then
it's
they'll be like,
just like,
oh, hockey player?
Yeah.
Maple syrup or hockey?
They won't say like, oh, the South.
Did you know that Canada invented American football?
Really?
Yeah.
So this should be called
It's
Canadian
true.
football.
Yeah, well, it's the right continent, so yeah. It's not called United States football.
I mean,
And Canada is in America.
What do they call it in Canada?
Football.
Just called football?
They
Hockey.
call it, I think they could just call it football.
I think they call all their sports hockey.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Some football hockey.
Back to Will's story, that's kind of makes me think of like a hardcore version of when kids like tie a string around their tooth and slam the door, bite into an apple with their baby.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
don't even want to think of that. That's disgusting.
I was watching
Yeah.
this.
I
was
never
never
did
one
that.
of-
I used to just pull it out.
I was never
just
one
like,
of those kids,
I was
but
like-
they definitely were out there.
I was watching this
never
video
did
on YouTube a couple years ago, and some guy attached a string to a Lamborghini to his friend's tooth.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and they drove off, and it just tore
Ooh.
it right out.
How do you even manage to get? I guess if you have like dental floss, you can fit it.
I think that
Yeah.
was actually from a Jackass, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
one of the
probably
guys' Lamborghinis.
I think so. Yeah,
I don't remember their names.
probably
Yellow
probably
Lamborghini.
Bams.
That's losing a tooth sucks, dude. Especially if if you lose your tooth before you're like fully grown, because
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
you're not allowed to have implants until you're 21. So
What about breast implants?
shut up.
That's different, isn't it?
Yeah,
18
that's
for that.
different. I think you can have
Yeah,
parent consent.
Yeah.
I think you'd be like 16.
Well, will that like disform you in any way if you get breast implants before you?
I mean, it disforms your
I don't
boobs.
know.
Like if you were like 12 and then you got breast implants, would it look really weird once you got older?
Well, it's like those.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works, but like,
How would-
It's like those
could
ladies.
they like grow in and it just?
No,
Yeah, I
no,
don't
but
know.
it's like those ladies that like get them to like 20, like 60 years old, and they still have like it's like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But they usually have more plastic surgery.
Well, that's
if
because you
they're-
have to get them replaced like every year or something.
No, you don't.
Yeah, it's not a one-time deal.
Yeah, it is.
You guys heard about that?
No. You have to get them redone,
Yeah.
Have you heard about how like?
but
if
not
you,
like not like once every 20 years.
You don't get
or
them
something
redone.
like that. No, you
Yeah.
have to get them like reshapen or something.
Because they don't
like
last forever. It's not a one-shot deal.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not every year. You don't cut the. You don't cut
It's-
the.
it
nipple.
I don't
might
know
not
if
be
they like.
every year.
I don't know if like one day like it hits 20 years and then it just like deflate. That doesn't happen.
Great sound.
No, I think they just slowly deteriorate. Maybe they start sagging
like
again,
slow
losing some
decay.
shape.
No, but
exponential
they're
decay.
filling. They're like filled with stuff. They're not gonna.
Isn't there
Not gonna
something
go
where
away.
like if you get
I
on an
don't know.
airplane right after you get your breast implants, they explode?
Yeah, I was on
Yeah.
1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I think
It was,
that was,
wasn't it?
that was a myth, I think.
I remember. I mean,
I don't
Well,
know.
no,
That's
it was on
real.
1,000 Ways to Die. So it was
I don't think that's real.
I mean, there's a
It
number
could
of
be
things.
real.
There's 1,000 things on 1,000 Ways to Die.
it could be real.
1,000 Ways to Die. I haven't seen that show in forever.
Yeah, remember there's this one with the. It was like these 3 Russian guys, and a raccoon bit his penis off. That really stayed.
And you
with me.
died?
Rocket
Yeah,
Raccoon.
he died.
What a way to die.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably got rabies or something.
Are you guys gonna see?
that a dick?
Are you guys gonna see Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
with Bradley Cooper voicing a
Definitely.
raccoon?
Yeah, voicing
Rocket Raccoon,
yeah.
man. You know what's the
Raccoon.
funniest thing about that is that he doesn't know he's a raccoon. Like the character, the Rocket Raccoon, doesn't know it's a raccoon. Like he just thinks he's just like he's
A
like I
rocket.
don't know, I'm some species because he's like from space. He's not from Earth.
Yeah.
So they just think he looks like a raccoon, but he doesn't know. Like people are like, oh, why'd you bring the raccoon? He's
Yeah.
just like,
That movie looks
hey,
pretty
what's a
good.
raccoon? It's pretty funny.
I really want it to be good because I love Chris
It looks
Pratt.
bad. It looks bad, but I want it to be good.
I think it looks fine.
I'll probably see it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
definitely
definitely,
gonna see it.
definitely
why
gonna see
not?
it. Was it August 1st?
Yeah, they're talking about doing an Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy tie-in for Avengers 3. Like
I would
making
rather
both
just see
similar.
the regular Avengers.
Did they already
Yeah,
do
I think-
Avengers 2?
No, Avengers 2 is Age of Ultron.
Oh.
Is that coming out?
That's coming out 2015, I think.
And then they're doing an Avengers 3 already? They're already planning it?
Yeah,
Or
they
just-
have movies
Is
it
for
just rumors?
they have Marvel movies planned up to 2028.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's probably
I mean,
why
with
they're
a,
so
with a
good.
company like
Yeah,
Marvel, where you already have thousands of ideas, you can just probably pull off the top of your head and
Yeah.
make it turn
And
into a
money.
movie.
yeah,
and you have so much
yeah.
money.
Have you heard about how they're making Thor a girl? Like not in the movies, but like in the comics. Thor is going to be a female now.
Like
Really?
She-Thor.
Yeah.
Like for like. Is
And
it a
Captain
spin-off
America's
or
gonna
is
be
it just
black.
from now on?
get diversity in there, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How are
I
they
think
gonna pull that off?
They're doing that a lot, like in the comics, from what
Like,
I
I
heard.
mean, is it gonna be like? Are they just gonna
Look, Thor's
suddenly
dead.
make him black and we don't know that?
Because on the hammer of
supposed to
Thor,
not be
man, we're
black.
getting super nerdy here. On the hammer of that Thor has, it says he who possesses the power to pick up this hammer can possess the name of Thor. So like whoever can control
That's
the
gonna be a little.
whoever can
little
control the
story
hammer's
twist,
name is
isn't
Thor.
it?
Yeah.
Thor's gonna get taken down by some chick, and then
Yeah, Thor dies, I think, or something like that.
Dominated.
And
Oh,
then
spoiler alert!
Some
Spoiler
BDSM.
alert!
and that this is from the comics. Like, are you gonna read the comics?
Probably not. No.
So-
You just you just look up all the lore online, right?
yeah, I don't actually read the comics. I just look it up on Wikipedia. 'Cause I
I'd
find
never
it
read the
interesting.
Marvel comics.
I actually prefer out of anything DC, because I think DC actually has good villains, whereas like the Marvel villains like suck. They're horrible. I think they're awful. I mean, there's like Green Goblin and stuff like that, but I don't even think Green Goblin's that awesome.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but I forgot to finish my story. Okay, so this is
story?
actually not nearly as interesting, but we were docking this boat in this really
God, we're going back to this.
yeah, we were docking this boat.
Is this the leg one? or?
Yeah, the leg
Okay,
one.
Okay.
That's a scar there. But
Already
How did we
scarred?
get from How did we get from falling off a boat to Marvel?
I don't know, man. Things happen like that.
I think it's because like I don't know. Yeah, actually, I don't know.
So we were docking the boat, and I got out. My dad was like, "Okay, get out the boat so we can tie it to the dock." And I got out, but I only had one leg over by the time the swell came and lifted up the boat. So I had one leg on the boat and one leg off the boat, and I fell into the water, and which was super embarrassing because I was fully clothed. And then when I
were
went,
they nice clothes?
no, it was just clothes.
Oh, just
Like
like
the
normal
regular
clothes.
clothes. And it was at like some tourist destination. So there was a bunch of people like over on the island that we were trying to dock at. They were like just kind of like watching the
that kid.
sunset and stuff like that. And they looked down and there's like, oh shit, like me just like dogging
Like
out.
drowning.
Yeah. And then when I went to go get back on the dock, apparently there was some rusty nail that was sticking outside of the
Yeah.
dock. So when I was getting up, there was this it was actually really, really long, but it cut pretty deep for a short amount of time. So long story short, I was in Italy, and I needed to go to the hospital in Italy. And they spoke no English, like zero English. So luckily it was an external injury instead of if I had something internally that was wrong with me, I'd be screwed because I'd have no way to communicate it. But I was able to just kind of point at my leg, and then
There's
was
gotta be someone that speaks.
I was
English there.
bleeding everywhere. No, yeah, I'm sure they could have gotten someone, but I guess they
What
didn't speak any
What do they
English.
do? I don't see any
they
stitches.
no, I didn't get stitches
Do they put glue on it?
because
or something?
it wasn't. I think it wasn't white enough for them to do
Or
stitches
deep
or,
enough
something, or
either.
deep enough,
Yeah.
something like that. So they glued it.
Okay.
But yeah, it looked pretty nasty, and I thought I was like, oh man, this looks kind of bad. I don't know. I haven't had very many cuts in my life. I cut myself, not on purpose, in art once, when I in middle school, and I cut myself with an X-Acto knife. But besides that, I never got really bad cuts, so I don't really know how bad it was. And then they sent me into the waiting room after I did the paperwork and stuff like that and checked in, and they gave me a rag to put on it, and I was doing that, and I was in the waiting room, and then some guy walks in, and he has some puncture wound on his leg, and he's bleeding everywhere,
God.
and he's limping in, and he's and he's he goes up to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, speaking Italian or whatever, and his whole leg was filled with blood. And then they just sent him back into the waiting room. And this guy was like...
So you're going to have to wait. We got this kid with a small cut from a rusty nail.
Exactly.
He's got to come first.
They have a slight incision over here.
So he had his leg all elevated. He's like, oh, and he's calling his girlfriend. He's like, I'm going to be okay.
He's gasping for air in the corner.
Yeah. And,
You got
His
minor
last
cut.
words.
and I was just kind of standing there putting pressure on my wound.
Covering your knee.
Yeah. And then they come in 20 minutes later, and they're like, oh, you come in, and there's this other guy, he's making all these noises, he's in extreme pain.
Oh, he probably was.
He probably was, yeah. But man, that was I felt pretty bad about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's like that one time when we were running, I guess. I mean, you can call it running. And I took a step backwards, and
we were in cross
and I
country,
slid
so-
underneath the fence, and I got cut.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
bad.
and you
Yeah.
got those things that look like tiger
Yeah, I think I
scratches,
still have them.
and those are pretty cool scars actually because
Little
it
scratches
it
like that are
wrapped
like
all the way
markers.
around his leg,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. It was like
3 stripes.
Yeah, 3 stripes. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty. You got any cool scars? You guys?
I got one on my thigh from like I was doing like you know that BMX track that's over like
Santa Monica?
Santa Monica or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I was there with some kid that used to be my friend. I don't know what happened to him.
Suck dick
Shit.
used to be
Shit.
fun.
I was like 10 years old and I fell off and I got this rock, this little like it was kind of like a pebble, I don't know, like an inch by an inch, and it was sharp and it got wedged in my thigh, and so he like pulled it out and then I cleaned it up and I was alright. That was good.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
can
a
have a,
brag or anything, but I have some pretty cool scars from Gaga on my knuckles. So
really? Do you have scars
yeah,
for
I
that?
went pretty
From
hard in like
scraping the
4th
ground
grade.
with
Yeah,
Gaga?
yeah.
Going hard.
That was intense game.
Yeah.
Because like
Take it serious.
closed hand was like illegal or something. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Nobody treats Gaga more seriously than elementary school though.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was
It's
awesome.
crazy.
That's because
I
no
mean,
one
that's the only-
plays it
that's the
anywhere
only
else.
place-
Like what?
that's the only place I'm gonna
Dude,
play it.
like in high school, everyone is just like totally relayed back about Gaga. It's not even a big deal
They
there.
should put a Gaga pit in at high
Yeah,
school.
but people go crazy. It would bring out like your inner four year like.
That'd
fourth
be.
grader.
I think
It
that'd
probably
really,
turned into like
Their
some
inner
really
rage.
big like athletic thing at our school, like
Yeah.
the next Assassins.
Like,
Yeah.
we have
Assassins
dodgeball.
is
why
by
can't
this
we
way
have-
because you guys don't know.
on
Assassins
the
is like
school.
this big Nerf war tournament almost. It's like outside of school and it's lasts weeks long and it's basically a huge Nerf war.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Like,
Yeah, it
people-
gets really
like, people
intense.
stalk
It's
each
really
other.
intense,
Yeah.
but also you think about it, it's like hunting people with Nerf guns.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny.
And it's
The-
pretty corrupt too, because
Yeah.
you pay what like $10 each to get in.
Yeah, and there's a huge cash
Yeah, winner
prize, like
gets it,
thousands.
but then the person that organizes gets like 30% or something, and then he just rigs it to like the most
Yeah.
attractive females. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did,
yeah.
did you guys hear about that one school? I will not name what school it is because I can't remember, but it was somewhere in our school district. It's like kind of local. That they had some like raffle, kind of like what they do with Assassins, where they have a bunch of people who sign up, put their names in a bag, and they have a bunch for male and a bunch for female. And this is for like prom, where they like raffle who like for guys, like who gets to pick which girls. Like so,
So
it has like
they
a list
assign
of
you a prom date.
it has a list of girls, and then I was wrong about like the hat for the girls, but like they have a list of girls. The girls have no choice in it, but they have like a raffle for guys, and then they just like pick a name, and then they're like, okay, so he's number 1, he's number 2, number 3, and then they have a rank of like who gets to pick which girl.
so it's like a priority list.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like an
okay.
organization of
Yeah.
who can choose when.
So how much would that suck
So it's
to
like
be
a
like the
draft.
last girl in the draft? Like, and also like, why would a girl like, why would she do that? Why would anyone do that?
I think if you were the last girl in the draft, I mean, even if you weren't like, even if there was no draft, you'd be the last one to be picked anyway.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not
but
to be mean,
you-
but I mean, you're
Yeah,
probably
you're the ugliest.
So-
You wouldn't know if you were the
least
last pick,
attractive
would
girl.
you? If you were just on the list, you wouldn't know if you got first or
Yeah.
last.
yeah, you're just
Like,
just
they're
You're
They're
probably
probably
not
not gonna
that
tell you.
involved socially, so you probably wouldn't even know what
Yeah,
it
so
is.
why you're on the list
Yeah,
in the
good
first
point.
place.
Probably when.
But I mean, it's
probably,
like, you know,
but
it's
still,
like
that sucks,
it's like
right?
getting picked last in like kickball or
Yeah.
something, in like elementary school.
That's,
There's
yeah,
no
that's
easy
stupid.
way to take it. You're
Yeah.
last.
That's
You're
that
probably
sucks,
the worst.
dude. And also, why would a girl sign up to do that?
I don't know.
well,
feel
you
like-
make it sound like it's a required.
Yeah,
thing. Is
was
it
that required, or could you sign up if you didn't have a date? Is that what it was?
No,
Like,
that
they
was
tr-
it. Was just like a
So
it was
they-
like a group of like 100 people who did it.
So they wanted to get everyone to go to prom with someone else, type of
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, or something
Alright,
like that.
alright.
But they like had some ranking system where like, oh, you got to pick first because you got raffled like
Wow.
first, which is pretty.
You should have them like.
What they
joust
should
or
do if they
something.
want to make a little profit.
Yeah, they
is
should have a
sell.
fight to the
Like a
death.
tournament, winner moves on.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
they have a prom like king and queen at your school?
Yeah, I think so.
Do we?
But it's called homecoming or something like that.
Oh, there's like homecoming.
Yeah, the
homecoming
homecoming
king.
It's not really as big of
Do you
a
have a
deal as
prom
they
king
make it in
queen
the
at your
movies.
No, we just have like a prom. It's just a normal prom. It's just a dance.
Yeah.
Homecoming is not even a dance. It's just you go and you watch a movie, and it's like a big spirit day thing.
Really?
Pretty sure I'd prefer that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's alright.
I've actually never gone to a school dance, and I don't plan on it.
I went to prom. It was
How was that?
Yeah, I went to
cool.
prom. It was fun.
It was cool. All right, so Will, you think you came up with the ultimate hypothetical?
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. All right, so I have a question for you guys. If you got $1,000, right? $1,000 per second, which is a lot of money. Obviously, that's 60 grand per minute. Okay,
That's pretty good.
but there is a line of dudes just like waiting to like you're sitting in the chair. There's a line of dudes just like waiting to jack off on your head and just like, but it's simultaneous. They're all like preparing, right? So it's like every second basically you're getting jizzed on the top of your head. Like how long would you be there for? You can be there for as long as you want.
I'll kick off this answer. You know,
Bold.
I would
to
just
answer.
sit there, get the timer going, close my eyes, and hold my breath for as long as I can. And once I run out of oxygen,
Yeah,
I'm
how long
out.
does it take for it to start dripping all over your face and not on your
I don't
head?
know.
I mean, I'm just
That's
holding my
disgusting. I
breath.
don't want
You're more
Once I
experienced in
run
that
out of
subject
air,
than I
I'm
am.
done.
Are we? Is there anything we can wear? Can we wear swim caps, goggles?
Yeah,
Like,
are you wearing any
can we
clothes?
wear like
I'm
a?
not surprised you asked that.
Can we wear like a scuba tank and like just
A
breathe?
scuba
or-
tank. No, it's just you and you.
Just okay.
Yeah, just you.
I'm
you and
sticking
your
to my
skin.
answer,
Like
as long
no
as I can hold my
clothes,
breath for it.
completely naked, no hats.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and just say this right now. Bill Gates gets about $114 a second, so $1,000 a second.
Damn.
We'd be wealthy. So
$114 a
I'd probably
second.
do it.
Yeah, but would you be like? Would you be mentally?
Will this be like a 9 to
Just
5
gone.
job, or what would this be? Would we have to dress up or
No,
like
you
some
could
suit?
you could
No.
do this for like you could do it like you got $1,000 a second. You could pretty much just do it for 2 seconds a day. That's so short, and you'd be
No, this
more
is a
than set for
one-time
life.
deal. Like, you're getting jizzed on right now.
Oh,
Yeah, you cannot leave and come
It's
back.
not a
You cannot
it's
leave
not a
and come
set
back.
No.
salary paying
Did you fall
job.
asleep, or do you have to be wide awake?
No, you. That's a very good question.
Because I feel
Because
like
what if you just wake
What
up
if
and
your
forget it
mouth?
and you're
What if your
Yeah.
mouth opened while you were asleep? Yeah, you technically you can't
sleep face
sleep.
down. I don't know.
You can't sleep,
I
but
would
you
do
have
it-
to be sitting upright in the chair.
Yeah, I'd sleep.
I would get in, like, a good
But if I'm-
position.
Yeah, but what if you were just like you were leaning back and then slowly your mouth started opening and then you were like gargling it?
Well,
yeah,
that
can
would
they
take
change their
at least
aim?
a
Like,
few
can
hours.
they be like, oh, look at this guy's got his mouth open. I'm totally aiming for that. Can they be
Yeah.
scumbags?
Yeah,
and
they
do
can
that?
do whatever the hell they want, but it has to be like on your head. Do you know what I mean?
So our
No,
mouth,
my mouth
your
isn't
head.
technically.
yeah, mouth's not
well,
on our head.
Yeah, but you can lean back
Okay,
like it's
so
on
it's
your
still-
it's above the neck.
Above
So
the
it's
neck.
just saying like,
It's not like they're gonna
alright.
change direction, be like, oh, I'm going shoulder, I'm going left thigh. Like
Okay.
they wouldn't do that.
What about the
cheap
like,
shots.
What about
Yeah.
the consequences after? Are we gonna
Cheap
be like
shots.
all like, do we have to shave our head, or how are we gonna get it all off?
we take
You
a
can do
shot?
whatever you want,
Just shave your
but I don't think it is the physical healing that is the problem. I think it's the mental, like you know,
I mean,
because that'll
$1,000
do
a
its toll
second,
on
you
you.
can buy some serious therapy with
Well,
that.
I mean, if
Yeah.
if you're agreeing to do it anyway, it's probably not gonna mess you up mentally.
You're
Who knows?
fine.
I mean,
if you
I'm sure some people pay for that.
If you just grab some random person off the street and just have like tons of guys in a room, that's gonna be kind of messed up. But
Well,
if
yeah.
you agreed to
You
do
mean
it,
we're
$1,000.
screwed?
If
We're
you know what
screwed
you're
enough.
going
We're
into.
screwed up enough to do it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, like it's not.
I
gonna
think
mess
If
you
you're
we
up.
mentally preparing, you know
I
this
think
is
we are.
happening, you're getting paid serious money.
Yeah.
I just man up, play it by ear. If I sit there for
Man up.
10 minutes,
interesting-
5 minutes,
Interesting
women
choice of
That's our
words.
plan.
maybe I
Interesting
pussy
choice of
out
words.
after a
Man
minute.
up.
It's serious money. you know?
Yeah, to
Man
sum it
dude.
up,
Just man up.
to sum it up,
Man
if you
up.
pass money,
You got
you
plenty
can
of
jizz
men
on our
up there.
faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiegogo.
In the
We're looking at you.
we start a Kickstarter. Okay, would it make a difference to you if you were like in a huge venue?
What do you mean?
Like if they rented out a stadium of people to like watch you,
Yeah.
like while a bunch of lines of dudes like just like waited up.
could the people in the stadium jizz on me? Or
No,
Okay.
it's not like
Down there.
it's not a free for all.
What's
It's
the
not like
difference? Having it in a venue than just
no, like having a
Yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of people watch you, so it's like a public
Oh.
thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about this. In
If
10,
So like everyone knows. So like your
It
mom
wouldn't
would
make
be
a
like,
difference to
oh,
me.
Eric,
in 10
guys.
seconds, you're gonna be unrecognizable anyway. I mean,
Oh.
you're already gonna have 10 grand.
I'm just imagining like those like big screens at like football games.
Yeah, the
like,
Jumbotron.
like I'm imagining like
Slow
like
motion.
sweet camera angles,
Kiss
just, like,
cam.
going around to like real.
Kiss cam.
Point of view.
Yeah, I'd probably do it though.
I mean, if they know I'm
big
getting paid
jumbotrons.
$1,000 a second, I wouldn't care that they're.
Do you think your parents would be proud?
Oh, that's. I think they'd be like, well, if you take that money, I think they'd be fine with it.
Well, how would they I'm not going to bring it up like Thanksgiving. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm millionaire.
whole family's
because I
They would know. They would know.
Jizzed on for like an hour and a half.
It would be all over
Are
the
they-
news.
Are
and
they
stuff.
in the
No, it wouldn't.
stadium?
Yeah,
Are
it
they
would.
in the venue?
Like,
watching?
okay, so
Yeah, why would it be all over the news?
Yeah, it would be all over the news.
okay, you're telling
on, you
me
will.
that a line of dudes just waiting, just like preparing to like just jizz on your head, and you're getting paid for it, and you're in like Madison Square Garden or whatever, and it's like rented out, and people can go in and out as they please. You're telling me that wouldn't make headlines?
Well,
I'm telling you, that stuff's
I would
already
just
on
buy
the
the
internet.
I can see it now.
I'd buy the news channel and just not do it.
The news channel. There's a million news channels.
Buy all of them. $1,000 a second.
Yeah,
know what
well-
you can do with that.
Well, this stuff's already all over the internet, and it's not making headlines yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's not
Exactly.
actually happening. No one's actually.
yeah, it
point.
is.
No one's getting
Wait, stop.
paid
What are you talking about,
$1,000 a second.
I guarantee.
We're talking about
not for
Bukakis.
$1,000 a second. I guarantee.
The people are
you
getting
can-
jizzed on the head
Yeah. We'll
see.
constantly by a giant line of dudes they're getting paid for.
All right, hold on.
If you were
in
renting
Madison
out,
Square Garden.
if you were renting out a giant venue like that, you'd be on the news.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'd
what I'm
probably do
saying.
it.
It would
I'd
be
do it.
everywhere. You still do it?
Yeah, I just get like
You're getting a lot of money.
I
Do we
get
get
like
a
a bunch of
royalty from the
airbrushed
newscaster?
tattoos on my face. Like a bunch of like pixels and like like blur myself out,
You can do whatever you.
and then I'd rub it off.
I think
the
they
jizz would
have to
probably
blur
rub
it out
off,
because
but-
you're.
I guess you could go like this. You could like. I
already
mean, you could put
blurred
both your
out.
hands on your face and like cover it.
Yeah.
I guess you could do that if you like. But people would still figure out who it is for some. Like
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
they're probably not gonna.
Would you care though?
You'd be a millionaire.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
care?
Yeah, no.
I think
Do it.
like if they interviewed me afterward, I'm like, all the money that I made is going into therapy, so I'll be all right.
No, you can say I'm donating it. I'm donating
donating
like
to
10% to charity. Yeah.
Fix malaria, cure malaria.
Fix
No, saying
anal
you're
cyst
donating it to
2014.
like penis enlargement study.
No, you should own it. And just be
Are you gonna have like a
Yeah.
nasty scar because of the butthole thing?
There'll probably be a
Wow, that
small
was out of
scar.
nowhere.
They said it's gonna fade. They said.
Okay, well that brings it full circle. I guess we started with the butthole, we ended with the butthole. So
Sure.
I don't know exactly what we're gonna
Die
do with
with a
this,
ball.
but started
with
from
the
the butthole. Now we're here.
Oh God, no, Will.
Okay,
That can be taken
so
in a few different ways.
that should be. I think that's it. We don't know exactly what we're gonna call this yet,
I
but
think we started from the butthole. We wouldn't be here. Like that's the opposite, wouldn't it?
yeah, I think that's actually pretty accurate. Okay, so I think that concludes this.
Call it closed. Good half an hour.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Once again,
Thank you.
wait. Okay. Yeah. See you later.
Toodles.